Right on time. Everyone, welcome back to the Natural Physique Podcast. I've got my mint and rice here that I'm munching. Anyone else eating? Didn't you usually munching something?
I mean, I've already had my fourth meal.
And guzzling some barbecue sauce? None today?
No, not today.
Sadly not. But welcome back, everyone. We're going to do some questions today. We've got question boxes put up and we've got a lot of questions asked. So a wee question box Q&A number, which I'm excited for. Good to catch up and go through some, I'm sure, very, very serious questions. But how is everyone? I'm going to let someone take the floor. Finn, how's yourself? We'll let eat.
I'm good, thank you, mate. All is good. Body weight's been dropping really quickly since the weekend. I went to London on Saturday because one of Megan's friends got engaged. So, well, it was like an engagement party. So, trained legs Saturday morning, and then we had to basically it was a busy day, but it was fine. We drove down to Luton, got the parked there, got the train from Luton because it was 30 minutes into central London, and then got the tube to near the pub. Went there, just obviously took our own meals and stuff. They ordered pizza, and we were there with, but nobody really gave a fuck. We just ate. And then it was just, obviously did a good amount of steps, good amount of socialising, and then dropped quite a bit the next day. I've taken cardio out completely this week because Thursday I felt fucked. I had 2 shit nights sleep, felt battered. So I was like, right, I'm not doing cardio, abs and calves day. I'm literally not going into the gym. So I didn't go in. Usually after a rest day, I'll gain 0.2, 0.3. I was only up 0.1 and I felt so much better. I just needed it, I could tell. And then upper was amazing. The day after felt great. And then Sunday I'd kind of thought the same thing. I was like, I don't need to do cardio. I don't need to do too much on my rest days. I need to rest more. But I just did steps. My steps just went up a bit. I did 15k, which was a doddle, and it was a nice day. So weight's just been dropping off loads since then. And I'm actually quite lean now. My glutes and hamstrings are still fat. But other than that, I'm quite lean. And I feel good. Training's good. A little bit flat. So high days will be in pretty soon. But all is good. What about you boys?
Mega.
And Noah, obviously Noah, we had you checking today.
Yeah, I am 182 pounds. I don't know what that is in kg. It's close to it's 82 and a bit. But things are moving sound. I'm travelling down to Luton this week to stay with Cam. 3 or 4 nights, and then I've got the posing seminar, Guys and Flow, on Saturday, which will be good fun. But no, training at Muscle Works Bethnal Green on the Friday for push, then be modified for pull on Saturday. That's about it. My tics have gotten worse. That's class. I sound fucking stupid. But apart from that, huh?
Why that happens? Or is stress elevated or is it just whatever?
I don't know. I just sound like I've got an illness, so on this pod, I'm just going to keep seeing the colour going around my camera, going, it should be class. But aside from that, fuck all else has really been going on. In person with Catal today, and then tomorrow as well. But no, that's about it.
That little quad spike looked sick.
Yeah, it was just a picture of his death on Instagram, which was lovely. Just straight up Willy.
Finn's thumbs up to that,
Yeah.
Brilliant, man. Nah, he looks good. Very good.
Thank you, sir. Matt?
I'm not too bad. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty wrecked. See, getting up at 5 every morning now, it just means as soon as I come back from the gym, I'm completely conked out. So yeah, it's just a way for me to get more work done, but also get all my boxes ticked first thing in the morning, because I don't see the thought of doing my sessions or my afternoons were ending up being train, pose, then do cardio, then eat, then do steps, and then go to a food shop. And it was just too many things, and I was just I need to sort this out. So, just getting up at 5 o'clock every morning. If I got cardio, do cardio. If I don't, just do my steps and then start work early. Which it's working, to be fair, but like I said, it just means it gets to the evening and I'm exhausted, and I think I'm probably due a deload as well. So I'm maybe going to take that next week. Even just a couple of days off the gym, I think will sort me out. But other than that, nothing's really happened. I think I had an off-plan meal over the weekend and ended up dropping weight again. So body weight is kind of just floating around 180 pounds most days. But body composition is just getting better and better. So in a very good spot.
We're nearly like all the same weight. Like Josh,
Slightly sub 80, so I'm the fucking pussy of the group.
yeah, but Josh is pretty much 80. I'm like 81, 82. Noah's like 82, 83. Matt's like 81, 82.
I'm still the fat cunt, I.
Oh, jeez.
We should all have a pose down. We need a four-way pose down.
Just a 4-way.
Yeah, forget the pose down part.
Yeah, perfect.
Right, should we get into questions? How much you got left, Josh?
I've got a good amount, because you know me.
You'll be eating out the full podcast.
Right.
I'll probably still be eating this by the end of the podcast. I had to take my time, digest my foods, get 20 chews in every bite, make sure that I peak digestion.
You shouldn't be eating it whilst working. Then you should be eating it in a more
No, and
relaxed
then I'm doing raises as I eat to make sure that I can actually, instead of going for a walk, and make it more optimal and do it here and make sure I'm digesting it as I go through the meal.
It's intrameal, yeah.
Yeah. So you just see my camera do this the whole time.
Have you got anything to update us on?
Nothing much. Just doing the usual. Body weight, I seen 80 kg for the first time in yonks, which is great. Got my new posing trunks, my black ones. I forgot to order the extra dirham, so a bit uncomfortable with that. The last ones had the extra dirham. So yeah, they feel like sluttier, and I don't know if I like that.
What size did you get?
Medium. The last ones were small, and they were too small. But yeah, I forgot to get it with that extra room.
You've just got off-season there.
Not that I've got a massive piece, pretty much the opposite, but it is just a very cramped space. So yeah, I put them on last night, and like I had to walk through my house to get to the room. I just felt like such a fucking weirdo. I don't know if it's like in prep it feels normal, but see, because I'm in like off season, I'm not that lean. I just feel like I look like a nonce. So that's my update. Posing for the first time on actually post workout today. Pretty happy with the look. 15 kg above stage weight and still got some decent detail. Feeling big. Last time I was 80 kg, I was pretty fat. This time, pretty lean. So all is good on that end. No activities at the weekend or anything. Went and just got a £330 pit stop order. I was like, surely that's not right. I've added something else in, but it was Isopro and then Glutathione Max, Full Pump, Carbex, MPS Max.
Mine was very expensive yesterday, but like Megan has just jumped on my order, so like I'm like, oh, I'm doing a pit stop order, and then she's like, can I have this, and this? And she's like,
no, you can't.
AGF protein, which is like the most expensive protein on there.
PMBF protein.
Yeah, PMBF
The best protein ever.
She has to stay on Vicky's best side.
Didn't hear in the break that they have, and then they just tell you about it for 15 minutes. How Keefe uses it. He uses it.
Keith uses it. You gotta use it.
No.
So yeah, mine was like yesterday. So when we do our orders, for guys listening, for the people listening, when we do our orders, like basically we get like our monthly code, which takes away a certain amount, and then we get like amount of like pit stop products, and then dependent on like, let's say how well we've done that month, you get an amount of commission and stuff. But anyway, like you get 2 free pit stop products, and
Hey.
and whenever I add more pit stop products, it just takes them all off. So it just takes everything off. So then afterwards, I have to like explain every time, message Neil, and I'm like, oh, it's taking them all off again. So
I just do 2 separate orders, just to stop all that issues.
Yeah, put that.
I've done it in person because like I went and I'd forgotten. I realised that I've got whey in my final meal tonight and I don't have any left.
No way.
No way, pal. I could hear Tommy speaking to somebody. And he was like, sorry mate, I'm going to need to run. There's somebody at the door. And I was shouting at me, fucking better get round here. Serve me now. So he had to run round and then he gave me all my stuff. And then I dapped him up enough. Easy as that.
What whey did you get?
The Trained by JP Isopro. the triple chocolate one. I'm very, very plain. I literally just get chocolate.
Yeah.
Unless I'm dieting, I'll maybe get a little bit more creative. But when I've got a decent amount of food in me, nah, I'm just gonna go
I've
for
just
the.
kept mine the exact same throughout the diet. I think it's just easier. I think
White chocolate hazelnut used to be like crack cocaine. So
that's what I
sweet.
mean. I don't want to get to that point, where you're like so obsessed with what flavour way you've got or what cream of like. I just think keep it all the same. Saves hassle, makes life easier. Like takes away that food focus. Like the ESN rice pudding, like you can obviously get the flavour powder. But, like I'm just not because I'm like I don't need it. Like, I have cinnamon on
Not
there.
that good either.
I've not even had it. I just have cinnamon on there anyway.
I don't think it's amazing. It's all right.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like unreal. But hey ho.
Right.
Questions? You wanna go into yours?
Yeah. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 10. You said you've got quite a lot. Um, I'll try and pick some slightly educational ones with like just stupid ones
No.
dotted in between. Yeah, I'm not asking the first one straight off the bat. We need to ease people in a little bit. Um, cost versus benefit of the deadlift.
What was it? Benefits of deadlifting?
No, cost versus benefit of a deadlift. So we all deadlift, but no, obviously you haven't been. You've done a RDL.
Yeah, I've been RDLing. I done dumbbell RDLs.
Matt,
Nice.
you
What'd you
do a
get?
stiff leg. I do a stiff leg. Josh, you do a conventional, pretty much. But it's you don't bend. Yeah, it is a conventional.
It's terrible, whatever it is.
It's just a hip hinge. It's just
Yeah.
pick the weight up, put it down again.
Yeah. You don't have to necessarily have like a specific term for it, but like cost versus benefit.
A big back.
Yeah, obviously the benefit is like generally, if you look at anybody who is good at deadlifting, whether that be like just like in terms of total load or like doing like crazy impressive stuff. You look at like people like Doug Miller, like he was doing like 5 plates for a ridiculous amount of reps. Like if you can deadlift like 4 or 5 plates for reps, you're gonna have a good posterior chain. Like if you can do a 1 rep max on 6, 7 plates, 6, 7. You might have a good back. You probably will, but I would argue there's more likelihood if you're doing, let's say, like 4 or 5 plates for, let's say, 10 plus reps. You've probably got a pretty good posterior chain, and it's not like the only. Huh?
Gonna say the guy BMBF, is it David? David K.
Yeah, doing like 5
5 plates for 20.
like 20 reps. If you can do stuff like that, that is probably going to show in your whole posterior chain. I think people just for some reason it's like it's the only exercise that people think like if you don't deadlift that equals shit back, and if you do a deadlift that equals good back. Like, that's not the case. Like there's loads of people who don't deadlift who still have a good back. Like there's also people who do deadlift who might not have an amazing back. But I think if you're really good at deadlifts and you do it for years and years and years, your back is going to be better if you don't do deadlift for years and years and years. And your glutes and your hamstrings. I'd argue more so your glutes and your hamstrings because they are the prime mover, really.
It's also the only movement that people treat DOMs as like an injury, or like they're scared of the DOMs. Like you train chest, you've got a slightly sensitive chest sounds. You do a deadlift, you've got a slightly sensitive lower back. I can't do them. They hurt me. They injure me. Like the amount of times I'll get clients that say that when they start, I'm like, no, let's try it. Let's see how we get on. Make sure the execution's good, and they run it fine. And it's like just expect to be a little bit sore. Like if your back's a little bit sore the next day, good. It's expected to be. Like the only thing stopping you from folding in half is contracting your lower back and keeping that the entire time. If you're doing that, then it's going to be sore the next day because you've stimulated it. Like, don't be afraid of that.
I would say as well, like anecdotally with myself and with clients, if you're not hinging your back, your whole rear shots just look a bit empty and a bit flat. Like Matt, you didn't hinge for a while because of your foot. Your whole posterior just faded. Look naff. You know what I mean? And I'm the same. Like when I've had injuries with where I can't hinge for a while, my back just looks like really 2D, and like just there's no fullness through the glutes or the hamstrings, like not as much as there should be. So yeah, I would say there's a lot more benefits than costs. And if you are somebody who's like, oh, I just get injured, I would really assess your execution because you probably don't. You're probably trying to go too heavy, and your form's probably shit. And or like Josh is saying, probably just got DOMs in your lower back in the next couple of days. You're not injured. And if you are injured, like let's say you've got a herniated disc or something like that, okay, fair enough. You probably shouldn't hinge. But again, I'd assess how did you get that, and was it because of your form being shit? In which case, you need to assess it and work on it over time.
Are your hinges still going well, Matt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
Oh. I thought you said me. No,
your name's
Oh,
Sean,
he's
it's not Matt. Yeah, I randomly just decided to do 5 plates for stiff leg the other day.
Yeah. Or did you get a double?
No, I just wanted to see if I could move it, so I just did a single. It moved pretty well. I was like, oh, that'll be a top set soon, which is cool. It was more so just to like take it off, but my actual top set's been going well. It's like around 200 to 210 for like 3 to 5 maybe, and then I'll do.
You're saying your back's been looking a lot bigger and a lot more dense recently.
It's almost like an inflammation thing. Like even just being inflamed, my back looks better. So, yeah. The only thing is like the back offset isn't progressing as well, but it's kind of to be expected if that top set's increasing. But someday if I'm like thinking, right, okay, I'll actually maybe I'm getting a wee bit carried away with the load, I'll maybe just do like 180 and try and get like I was gonna say triple figures. That's not happening. Just try and get like 20 and see what I can do. But yeah, it's been going pretty well.
Noah, you're going to be capped with RDLs doing at dumbbell. What does Pro Life go up to? 75s or something?
unless I just do the session at Muscle Hut and get up to 100s.
Yeah. I've got Aiden Trip, or I used to have him running dumbbell RDLs, but they only went up to a certain weight, so I got him to do like 1.5 reps and pause them. And like, he can deadlift 450 pounds, what's that? 200 plus kg. He was making like the 50s pretty hard because it was just like pausing them 1.5 reps and shit. So if you need to, you can do shit like that. But as you say, Muscle Hut, you'd be able to run them up.
Do you ever find like well, I know I do with a dumbbell RDL, I just find that like I feel so imbalanced, or I find like one scap just like rolls forward way more than the other. Whereas like on a barbell hinge, I can't really notice that. Or if I'm doing like, I would prefer rather than a dumbbell for me, I would do like on a, like a belt squat machine. I would do it on there. Like I really like it on that. Or I've even done like hex bar in the past, but I don't like that as much because it's like there's like no challenge at the top because the load's directly at your side.
The only time I've really enjoyed dumbbells when I did that B stance.
Yeah, it was good that. Yeah,
I really enjoyed that, and it worked pretty well to be fair. But I don't
Mate,
think
your
I could really do
your
that.
left leg looks a lot more. It doesn't really look like it doesn't stand out now.
Like even quad and hamstring has just completely come up now.
I feel like that was even like before when it was programming like we were doing. Like I think your back's come up a lot in like the last few months. But I feel like your leg towards the back end of even like us working together had pretty much like balanced itself out.
Yeah, I think that's more. It's time. Like programming wise, I do like on my leg session today. I've got the leg hamstring curl, but that kind of flares up my knee quite a bit. So I'll do like 3 sets left leg, 2 sets right leg, and then for my leg extension, I'll do 2 sets normal, 1 set left leg. So my left leg always getting like a little bit more. Same on my like density day session on a Saturday. Like I'll do a single leg press, do 3 sets left leg, 2 sets right leg. I actually feel like strength wise, my left leg's actually on par with my right leg now, and I think it's kind of reflected in how it looks as well. So
Yeah. It is boring. There was like for like months and months and months you were doing a lot of like more left leg work than right, weren't you? Like everything we were doing was like single leg, but
I remember I had like one leg compound that was 2 legs. Every other compound was single leg.
Yeah.
To be fair, I enjoyed the leg press. Like that Cybex squat press single leg. I really get
Get
it.
so much knee flexion out of it. Like all your leg compound you do, to be fair.
Yeah. But then the only boring thing is just doing single leg extensions. Like it's probably the worst fucking exercise out there because it just takes like you can't even stay locked into the machine as well because you have to lift one leg up and put it on the seat. or you do two legs, but the range of motion isn't as good, and one leg's getting in the way. So it's just a fucking ball ache. But if it's only one exercise, I kind of just get on with it and
Yeah.
just do it, just suck it up.
I come off the single leg with the other leg nearly just as sore because see, because I'm in that much like knee flexion, my knee's literally
Yeah,
at my armpit.
it's like
I come
it's
off fucking hell.
static hold, and you're just holding it an isometric for like 45 seconds.
Yeah,
Especially once you've already done one or two sets and it's like fired up. It's like,
yeah. I'm in more pain in the non-working side than I'm in the working side.
Next question. Do you think training with more frequency sacrifices volume? Well, it should.
I don't know about like sacrificing.
Yeah, I don't think.
As if it's the end of the world. I'd say just higher frequency and not lower volume is a good thing, but making sure your frequency is where it needs to be and then just adapt your volume to what you can do.
If you feel like you're sacrificing volume, it's probably likely that you were just doing junk volume anyway. If you're doing the right amount of volume, you can easily split that across like 2 or 3 sessions during the week. But if you're like, oh, I need to add more in, it's probably not actually that effective.
Yeah.
Or you're just doing too much frequency. People are doing like mad frequency because they've seen somebody on TikTok doing it and saying that you can do it more and you can get away with it. But it's like a lot of people can't. It depends on your recovery or if you're using performance enhancing drugs. So
I think an easy way to look at it, like you say, is not sacrificing it. Like if you're doing, let's say, 10 sets of chest in a push session versus 10 sets of chest in a push and an upper, so 5 and 5, probably going to find that the 5 and 5 is just better quality. You get more out of it, more progressive than just doing the 10. So you're not sacrificing anything. If anything, you actually just, it's more beneficial. But like you say, there's always like a cap. If you're being an idiot and doing like, oh, train quads every day and just do one set, it's like probably not smart. But yeah, 2 to 3 times per week, 3 times for maybe weaker body parts, 2 times for everywhere else would be generally sound for most people. Most people whose goals are like bodybuilding and like maximal hypertrophy.
yeah,
Right, do you want a stupid one?
that was a stupid one.
Which order would you choose? Shower, eat, wank.
That isn't a stupid question. Shower,
Depends
eat.
on what time of the day.
Okay. Oh, go on, give us more context.
Well, I don't really wank first thing in the morning.
Why not?
Just crack on with work and I've got cardio to do.
Listen, you need to do your most
Wank on the
important
light.
tasks of the day in the morning. So have a wank. I'm trying to actually think this through.
If we're just looking at those 3 things, and it has to be in that order.
Like within the space of like, are we talking like right within the 1 hour?
Yeah, let's say within the space of
An hour you need to
an hour,
shower, eat, and then wank.
I'd say wank, shower, eat.
Get the cortisol down afterwards. Help you get into that rest and digest state. Parasympathetic state. I don't know, get the eating out the way first.
Yeah, I was maybe thinking that.
Yeah.
Eat wank.
Use your carbs, mate. Pre-workout. Come on.
Yeah, good point.
Is that going to ruin digestion though?
Imagine the bump up.
I know. Yeah, I'm gonna go with eat, wank, shower, clean myself up.
If it's first thing in the morning, I'd probably go wank,
Who's
shower.
doing it first thing in the morning?
Well, they didn't specify. Just saying, if it's first thing in the morning, I'd wank, shower, eat. And then if it's at the end of the day, I'm probably,
Eat, wank, shower.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like the showers, or swap shower and wank around. Depends how fucked I am.
Yeah.
Depends like what the purpose of
So
that
we need
shower
to
is.
get the person to confirm whether it's a certain time
It
of
was
day.
Dylan that.
Yeah, we can ask him.
If it's a messy one, then you'd probably have to shower after. But
Alright, let's move on. Josh,
I was gonna say I can go with some of my questions if we want to. How to balance pushing training, progression, being aggressive versus trusting the process and being patient. You just need to separate them in a sense. Like,
I think
treat it-
be as aggressive as you can. I
yeah,
think
like
this
on
is the
a
argument
day-to-day
of, like,
basis, like fucking get after it, but just understand that it's going to take time to actually see progress. But you're not going to see progress unless you are attacking your shit, being urgent, and being aggressive with it.
I think it's like the same argument as like not thinking about fatigue until you're actually fatigued. You know what I mean? It's like people are thinking they're so concerned about like doing too much in the gym or whatever it may be before they've actually ever done too much. So it's like just fuck around and find out. Like be aggressive with your training. Be so aggressive to the point where you're like, oh fuck, I'm pretty battered from this. I need to pull back a little bit, and you'll see progress. Like
Yeah.
me and Reece spoke about this on the other podcast. We were saying like, obviously, like we all will check in and stuff, but like, how often do you look at yourself and think, is this body part growing? Is that body part growing? Like, do you do that often? Like, you don't. You just train hard, make sure your lifts are progressing, and over time you'll see if there's areas that are weak. And the thing is, everybody's going to have weaknesses, just genetically. Some of the best bodybuilders in the world still have some weaker body parts, and it's not that they're not trying or they don't know what they're doing. It's just you're going to have some genetic weaknesses. But I think a lot of the time, like, if you're every fucking session post workout assessing your physique to the nth degree and seeing has this grown, has that grown, like, yeah, I think that's more stress than needed. What do you boys think?
Well, you just got to train hard in it. I don't know. It's just you've kind of covered everything. I'm sat here twiddling my thumbs, but I feel like just train hard. Stop overthinking it.
Yeah.
That's it. Just there you go. That's it.
Sorry, I had to let Princess out.
I
Yeah, I think be aggressive and then just don't think too much about things, and before you know it, progress will be there. But if you're constantly like trying to overly analyze it and track it too much, then you end up just getting yourself down because progress doesn't just happen like that. Guys.
The most enjoyable years of me training was when I didn't think and when I had no fucking clue what I was doing. When I was squatting 3 times a week just because I enjoyed it. My legs grew like fuck. Like they were my strongest body part before. Like I just enjoyed training. Just do that. I mean, maybe don't just squat 3 times a week, but just train hard.
Yeah, have that mindset of like do what you enjoy. Yeah, 100%.
Someone's asked what sports were we good at before the gym, or what sports did we play and were we any good at them? I've got the gayest one, and that's golf.
Nah,
So-
mate, yours was esports.
That's even gayer. That's worse. Me going to what's Chelsea Stadium? Stamford.
Bridge.
Me sat in Stamford Bridge, hitting, cranking 90s and boxing people, full boxing them. So yeah, that was pretty rough, but enjoyable nonetheless. Golf. I played football when I was young, from I don't know what, 5-year-old to 11-year-olds. But then from there I was nasty at golf and then done that instead. So golf for me. And yous are just all. I was gonna say you're all football. Noah and Finn, you're football, and then Matt rugby.
Rugby and then athletics in the summer.
You were good at rugby as well, weren't you?
It was alright. Like,
What were you good at athletics wise?
what did I do? I did long jump until I stopped growing when I was like 14, 15. I did 100 meters, 200 meters, javelin as well.
What
Did
was
you have
your
a
best?
100-meter time?
We asked the same question. What was your best 100-meter time?
No clue.
9:58.
No. No, it was. Mate, I'm not even going to try and pull out a time because I'll probably just end up saying like 8 seconds. Like, I
Or something, yeah.
can't remember.
It was like 0.04 seconds, mate.
Yeah,
It was
something
minus 8% body fat.
It'd be like when everyone was running during lockdown, and it was like people breaking like the 5K
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. I remember that. I never knew you done athletics and stuff. That was just shit you do in PE. I'd never done it or do anything
Yes,
like
we used to just do it in PE, and then they were like, "Oh, you're actually quite good. Go to districts, go to Ulsters, and compete against people." And I was like, oh, "Okay."
it. It's just
No,
an excuse to get out of school for a day.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it was so much fun. The athletics ones as well, because it was always summer, and you just go away, and you'd be there for one event. Like if it was 100 meters, that's 10 seconds or well, 12 seconds of running.
Piss about for the full rest of
You
the day.
just sit there in the sun all day and then run, and then that's it.
Peak.
No,
Noah?
tell us about your goalkeeping history.
Oh, what I started being I started at left back but then I realised I'm too asthmatic for this shit. I'm just going to go in goals. So the goalie got injured and I went in goals. And in Scotland, they used to have these little green cards for man of the matches. I went in goals for the second half, and whenever everyone's shaking hands, it's like, oh, the man of the match is for the goalkeeper. And then little fucking the number one guy's like, oh, I'll go take that. Then he goes, no, it was for the substitute goalkeeper. Handed it to me. I was like, I fucking move over. So since then, I was a goalkeeper. Won Scottish Cup in 2016, 17. And what else? I was on trial at St Mirren, got released for being too short, which is class. Then got offered a contract at Clyde, but I said, fuck that, I'm not going to Clyde. But no, played for West of Scotland, had national team trials, and played until I was 16. Then my knee went.
16, 17?
Yeah, 6'7", guys.
Yeah, I never got into football that much. I don't know. Just wasn't very enjoyable.
It was just like a chavvy kind of thing for me.
Yeah, it's just shit. Like everybody's parents at the side, people screaming at people.
Yeah.
Get me out of here, man. This is shit.
Yeah, that is a shit part of it. Like, to be fair, luckily enough, like where I grew up, it was, well, our village was relatively nice. Like the villages around me were relatively nice, but we played against teams like in Scunthorpe, like Bottisford and stuff. And yeah, there was some shitholes. Sorry for anyone from Bottisford. But yeah, football was like my everything from like literally as early as I remember until I was probably like 17, 18.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was like my entire life revolved around football up until then. And then I basically just got into the gym and became a bodybuilder instead because I realised I probably wasn't going to make it as a footballer, and I would have been like playing in non-league and not even great non-league. So it was like, okay, I'm going to stop. But I do miss it a lot.
You make like decent. Footballers obviously make like crazy wages. There's the footballers that just make like normal wages. Like when you
Yeah.
play for those like smaller clubs, like they just make a normal wage. It's just like.
Yeah.
Even semi-pro, mate, you can pick up like a decent packet off of that.
Yeah, there's some people when I played, like not in our team, but I played against Jonathan Greening, who's won a Champions League with Man United. Like he was playing for one of the other teams because he was at the end of his career in our league. It's like what? Like we played against like some players who will have been on 2-3 grand a week at that level.
Yeah.
Like we played Kings Lynn, who were like 2 or 3 leagues above us. I think they were like maybe National League North at the time or something like that. They were like 2-3 leagues above where I was playing for Brig. And they had like a striker, I don't know who he was, someone that was pretty good apparently on like a couple of grand a week. And like a couple of grand a week at that level is crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
it's nuts.
yeah, like, that's a lot of money. And that's for like good players, obviously. But yeah, like League One, League Two, some of the better players will be on probably, League One. If you're some big clubs in League One, we players on 5-10 grand a week easily in League One. We players in League Two on maybe 3 to 5, like good players, good teams in League Two.
I just didn't know, like, because I know obviously big time players make stupid money, but I don't know what it's like when it's
Obviously, there's a drop off, but it's still
Yeah.
good. Like people playing League Two, they don't need another job. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
even a lot of National League players probably won't need another job. Like the teams that are full time, because there's some teams that are like obviously just dropped down from League Two. Notts County were in National League for years, and my mate played for him, and he was on a good wage. You know what I mean? Like they're a big club, Notts County.
Who does your mate play for now, Kyle?
Stockport is League One top scorer, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair
doing
dues.
well, doing very well.
You and Kyle.
We'll make that as a clip and make a reel for you, mate. Don't worry.
I will invite him.
Collab with it.
Invite EFL. Invite.
You know that that Louis Barry plays for them as well.
Yeah,
The guy that fucked off from Aston Villa to Barcelona when he was like 14 or something.
Yeah, he's on loan from Villa.
Yeah.
They recalled him, but then never played him, and then sent him back out. But he looks like a good player. Right, you guys go. I'm going to get for a wee.
I got asked if you all had to participate in a High Rocks, who would get the best time?
Josh.
Yeah, Josh.
Josh, he's doing so well, Josh.
I really don't think that would be the case. If you seen me like try to do long distance running or anything where I need to actually
Well, have you
stay in
seen
it for
us? Have you seen us?
Yeah,
It's essentially just last man standing. It's not who's the best.
yeah.
Who doesn't die first.
I struggle getting upstairs, mate. Like
long.
doing
I
eight
think
kilometers and circuits, I'm okay, thanks.
I think Matt's got a good chance of beating me.
Mate, I can't run more than 200 meters.
He's like, nah. Like I legitimately would get gassed out. Like if I go like a mile run, I'm cooked. Absolutely
I
cooked.
mean, I can't run more than 200 meters. I see when we were in Amsterdam, we were like realized we were going to miss the train, and we had to run. And this was, to be fair, it was in the ice, but we had to run to the train station, and I ended up being at the back of the pack, and I was just like, I don't think I'm going to make it here. I might just like get the next train. It was only about, I think it was about 800 meters we had to run, but it felt like a full on marathon.
Yeah, perhaps that. I was speaking to Stan Noah, and he's saying that he's doing like running and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck that. I just couldn't.
It's just boring.
Poor Shaw, he's the guy that got me into this, and now he's doing.
He can still hack squat 4 plates aside, press the 50s and shit.
Yeah.
So he's still got it in him. Finn, who would win out of all of us if we all had to do a high rocks right now?
Me.
Backing yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say you're probably taking me. I don't think I'm up there, in all honesty.
I think at this weight and stuff, probably me. I think all of us peak off season, probably you, Josh, because you can't get fat.
Maybe. I left, what did it was when I was playing golf in the summer, and I left my wedge on the previous green, and like I didn't want to keep everyone up, so like I ran back to get it, and that would have been maybe 200-300 yards at the best. I came back and like I was trying everything to keep my heart rate down. I was like trying to breathe back down again. I was like on the next tee. I was like, that's so bad. So yeah, maybe I need to do some running, become a hybrid athlete instead.
Yeah, maybe.
Assuming you are all the same level of drunk, who's the biggest liability on a night out? I'm looking at Matt and Noah. Just now.
Mate, no, we can put away beer, like.
Well, it says
Yeah,
that
we're all the
same
same
level of
level.
drunk. Like
Yeah, exactly.
if
So
we're
it doesn't
all
affect us.
if we're all moderately drunk.
If let's say if we all have 8 pints, who's going to be the worst?
Oh,
Hey,
Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah, I'd say it'd be. Oh, and you can't have. Are we saying we can't have a water at the same time?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Then maybe me and you are in the clear then.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
that's a good point.
eight.
I would be
I
fucked.
think I'd be dead.
Finn's never drank 8 pints in his life.
I think that would ruin me. Yeah, I wouldn't ever want to do that.
What if we go 5
Hospital
pints
bed,
then?
getting his stomach pumped.
Even 5 pints, mate? 3 pints, like it's not even it's the fucking carbonation of that amount of fluid.
I do get you there. When I was at Deftones trying to slam down like 2 big fizzy pints of cider, I've never felt worse. My stomach was like giant. I was like, this is
Yeah,
brutal.
not that. Yeah, if we're all drinking the same amount, I would probably say me because I'm just not used to it. If we're all the same level of drunk, then no.
Do you think you'd still be all locked in and professionally and you just let loose?
Nah, mate,
No, you've been holding it
I've got
back all
a
this,
reputation to uphold.
holding it back all this time and then just let go, man.
You know what? Though,
Representing
like
the business.
legit. So I remember years ago when I was out with Kyle, who we were just chatting about, and he was playing for Scunthorpe, and we were in Doncaster. So like anybody who's played for Scunthorpe, Donny players know, and Doncaster know them. And he was fucked. And like, I remember I was looking after him and like took him home, and I was like, "This isn't a good look." Like, and obviously he knew it wasn't a good look, and like we got him home quick. But I remember thinking even from then, I was like, and at that point I was already like maybe getting a little bit of a social media presence, maybe like not a lot, but maybe a little bit. You know what I mean? I might have had like some people followed me because I was posting some fitness stuff. And I remember from then thinking like, I can't ever let people see me like that from a business standpoint. And that's not like, oh, I really wish I could be like that. It's like, no, I don't want to be like that anyway.
No. Well, our mission's to get you 8 pints at some point this year.
Yeah.
For your birthday, if you compete on your birthday, 8 pints the night after.
Post show, yeah.
Yeah.
Or just a bottle of vodka the night before, and you'll be
Yeah, just dry out perfectly.
Oh, you'll be peeled. You'll be super dry in the morning.
Yeah. Just white wine.
I've got a very interesting question. This is a really good. This could be question of the year. I actually responded to him like earlier in the day because I seen it pop up and I was like, mate, what a great question. tongue kiss one man every day for a year, or give one man a rim job every month for 3 years. What do we take?
What was the first one?
Passionately tongue kiss another guy every day for a year, or give one man a rim job every month for 3 years.
No, the kiss one. 3 years of knowing every month you
A
got
rim job's pretty rough.
That's disgusting. Like,
That's brutal. That could be the worst thing.
I don't even know if I give a
It's
female
not
rim
fucking
job
like
every
I-
month
no,
for
just-
3 years.
just kissing is fine. Kissing sounds great compared to that for me.
Yeah, that's a good point. Noah?
Yeah, they're both rough, innit?
Yeah.
The kissing seems so fucking intimate, but
Yeah, it's difficult. Every day wake
that
up
sounds like I'm just wincing about the thought of being gay, but it's just
knowing when you wake up that you've got to do that, that's on your to-do list for the day. But then
Cardio steps checking.
AM
You know the Instagram stories?
content
The
creation,
Instagram stories
make
are just
yeah, but
You
then
get to choose the guy because that makes a big difference.
Alright, who are you choosing?
What is it out of us?
No, who are you choosing? You said it now.
Anyone-
Put that out there.
he's got someone exactly in mind.
Yeah, can I choose?
I had done it
Can
with
I
my
choose?
pal when I was younger, and he was great.
No, you'd choose
That
like
was
an
brilliant.
attractive, like quite fit lad, wouldn't you? You'd choose an attractive guy who's quite female looking. You wouldn't choose like Bob from next door's car garage.
For what? The
Yeah.
kiss or for the?
I wouldn't be picking someone with facial hair.
Nah.
You've got to think, if we're going into it, you're not picking someone with a fucking beard.
If I get
Right.
choice, I'm happy. I'll do this. I'll do it anyway.
Sorry, my dad's just walked into the room.
Can I pick Craig?
Would you rather
Can I rib job Craig every day for 3 years?
choose him?
You're a bunch of weird fuckers.
He's just heard rim job and kissing guys. I'm at trying to mute him, but there's no point. Oh,
Right.
brilliant, so.
This
I'll
is
go
quite
with
a
kissing.
question. I'm moving on from that. Choose one superpower. It's got to be specific as well.
So, like super strength, invisibility, being able to fly.
Yeah, it'll make
I
one.
want to teleport.
Yeah, that's what I always say. Imagine how sick that'd be. You literally just travel anywhere, anytime. Bang.
Time travel or teleportation?
I don't know about time travel.
I'd say I'd rather be able to teleport than time travel.
Yeah.
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 Read
Like,
minds, still going with that.
Never,
Really?
yeah, never need to get a flight. Never need to plan a trip. You
Or
literally-
you need to go to like the NEC.
yeah, yeah. We can go to
Resorts World!
Lots of them like that.
Nah, but like think about it. You could teleport to Japan, right, for the day. You could go explore Japan. Japan, and then just teleport back to your bed.
That would
and
be
just
so
there.
good.
And then you can go explore the whole world without having to ever book an Airbnb, a hotel, and you can just go back and sleep in your own bed.
It would be so good on like a show day for me.
Yeah.
Being able to like wake up, just go to the show, come back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be ideal.
I think I'd rather that than like anything else.
Invisibility.
Well, actually, what about like if superhuman speed is the same thing as teleportation, so I can just sprint there in a second? Then I'd have that because that's cool.
But how fast are you running realistically? Like,
So fast,
As
that,
fast
like,
as you want.
yeah, so fast that you can go like literally.
the Flash would still take, I assume, like 10 minutes to run through the whole world.
No, I'm faster than the Flash.
Fair dues.
I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm the teleporter, but I run. That's
But
my.
you just run there. I mean, yeah, that would be better because then you could also have look at how fast I can run, and then you
Yeah,
make loads
and
of
I could
money.
also be like an elite athlete, and like I could be a
What if,
6
what if you were to get the same amount of DOMs? As in, like, if you run, like,
If you run the whole length of the world, you'd be absolutely fucking cooked.
yeah,
could do
you
it in
still get
seconds,
the
you'd still
same
be that fucked.
soreness, the muscle soreness, the
get
fatigue.
the same like
But you're just there.
consequences.
Would you still do it?
Oh no, that imagine that. Okay,
Imagine how,
get there,
yeah,
just Die. You would
You
literally
shit
die
in
almost.
the fan, and then your legs are just fucked.
There's no
Can't do anything.
Yeah, I think teleportation is your go-to there.
Okay.
I have got asked what are common characteristics you see with clients who excel versus don't. Just be consistent and actually take on feedback and implement it straight away. Don't fanny about if you get a food increase, you get the food increase done. If you get told to do something different with an exercise, execute it differently. You do it. You don't let it come out your mind before you get into that session. Do what you're supposed to do. It's simple. I think it's
Yeah.
as easy as that.
I would say like hard work, which is obvious. I'd say honesty is a massive one. So like with yourself, but also with your coach. Like people fucking kidding themselves that they're training hard, they're not. People kidding themselves that they're following their diet, they're not. So hard work, honesty, and then just communication. Like if you can properly communicate with your coach, like be 100% honest. The people generally who I, let's say, maybe get on the most with or feel like I can just be myself the most with my clients are the ones who are the same to me and they can be the most themselves with me in terms of exactly how they're feeling or they tell me exactly how it is in terms of whatever they need to tell me are usually the ones who you build that best relationship with and they make more progress.
Yeah. Communication's a bit more of an advanced one in the sense of like if you're prepping and shit, like making sure that you're communicating well, not too much and not too little. But for most people, like literally just do what's on the plan, listen to your coach, put trust in them, don't think about doing other shit, constantly try and change stuff. Just yeah, you're good.
I think a lot of people maybe like kind of confuse communication with just speaking a lot. Like it's often just the value of what they give that's the most important, which is why they're good at communication, not just like somebody who messages you. Well, I'm thinking from like a posing perspective, who's always telling you, I did this pose today, I tried this, blah blah blah. It's like the people who will just be very specific and concise with what they did, why it worked or why it didn't work. It's the ability to effectively communicate, not just like send loads of
Be objective.
messages. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always say that to clients. Like, obviously, we have like a check-in like sheet that they then. I always ask like, send me a message, send me a voice note from this. But I was like, if they're going through it like question by question, I go, you do know, like, just tell me what you actually need to tell me. So like last week, if everything's good, for example, mate, everything's been good, like just like last week. But this week I did notice this and this. Cool. Rather than going through everything again, it's like
All
you
again,
literally just say everything's good, but X, Y, Z. Yeah, like, and even if I say this to clients as well, like when everything's good, there's no harm with sending me a 30 to 60-second voice note or even just a text and going, mate, everything's flying, I'm feeling great, here's my check-in. Sick. I'm happy with that. I'm happier with that because it means ultimately that you're following the plan and it's working. I'd much rather that than you send me a 5-minute voice note, 10-minute voice note, just rambling, trying to find stuff to say, when you could just be like, mate, everything's good, happy with how things are going, there you go. Or everything's good, but I did notice X, Y, Z. Cool, that's what I need to know. It's like that, yeah, that sort of communication isn't just like how often, because again, like you could be checking in every single day, looking at yourself every single day. That makes things worse. Like especially within a prep, if you're trying to see changes every single day, AM, post workout, PM, posing 3 times a day, trying to see change, like you just end up stressing yourself out, looking at yourself too much.
Yeah. Be objective with your feedback and your communication.
Yeah.
Simple.
If
Noah and Matt, I was going to say Noah and Matt, you've not asked any questions yet. Are yours good? Do you have any valuable or funny questions?
I've got one good one from Charlie Bentley.
Oh, that would be one.
Would you rather have dicks for hands or dicks for fingers? They're not always hard.
Dicks for hands or dicks for fingers, and they're not always hard.
what, so you have one dick and then fingers on the end of it?
No, you either have like dick
One shaft.
or like
Singular big
these
dick.
are all little dicks.
So one big dick.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's like
Stump.
Can I have one of each? There's like one that's just like a big like,
you're going to be like a special character.
and then one where you can do stuff.
Now, here's a question: do they get hard like when you get turned on, or is it like
Yeah.
do you stimulate
I
them?
was
Like,
thinking about
does
that.
it have the same function as like usual? Does that change things? Yeah, your fingers are like floppy, and then some bird walks past. Terrible.
Well,
I
I
thought-
think like dicks for fingers you can't really do anything with no matter what. Like if it's flaccid, you can't really grab anything. If they're hard, you can't really grab anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
then
but
you've
usually
got
just
to
to
do
make
dick,
their
you've
life
got,
by
like,
having.
What can you do? You can't do anything.
Yeah, but if you just have one big giant dick arm, then you realistically could use that. There's maybe limited people on Earth that could do something with that, but you never know. Could find someone. So I'd say one big dick.
You can maybe get a robotic hand to put over it. And
Yeah,
then,
could be.
It's a loophole.
Be.
yeah.
Now, if you fuck, if you were to ejaculate through your really large dick, do you ejaculate loads, or is it just a normal amount? Because that would be dead depressing. Get a big giant fucking penis as an arm and hand, but then it's just like the small normal amount, or are we getting like extra sized here? It would need to be the extra amount, because if it's not, then that would be embarrassing. So
It'd probably have to be like an accurate representation of the size. So I think the bigger the
to scale,
yeah.
exactly. Then I'm going with the one big
As long
giant
as
dick.
you've got balls at the bottom of your elbow as well, then.
Forgot about
Good
that.
point. Very good point. I don't know. I wouldn't be into that.
Just
But
hang-
what if you had the fingers and little balls down here?
Even worse.
I think I'd want that. That's funny. Imagine just like. All right, let's move on. We don't need to spend 10 minutes on these questions every time they come up. They should be like 30-second questions that we go.
These are the most important ones.
All right, if bodybuilding wasn't a thing, what hobby/sport would you spend the same amount of time doing? Not what we used to do. What would we do now?
I don't want to say play Fortnite, because again that's super gay. Fortnite's a bit washed now as well.
Darts. I legit would as well. Like, that's the thing that, like, if I had hours of spare time a day or a week, I think I would put it towards darts. I'd like to be good at it. I'm very average at it now. I'd like to be like fucking mint at darts.
I used to practice it like a decent amount when I had less clients. Like if I just had a little bit extra time in the evening, like
Yeah.
play darts. I had like the wee game that I used to play it against, the wee app on my phone. I think it's not a bad shout.
He's good.
I'd just go golf, but that's very season dependent. Golf in the summer is unbelievable. Like doesn't get much better, but winter time it's terrible. So I don't know. It'd be seasonal.
I
Matt,
don't
no.
really have anything. Like, if I can't play rugby and I can't bodybuild, I've got nothing.
Yeah.
And you turn to like high rocks or something.
No.
No,
Um,
calisthenics, bro.
can I still train? Like, can I still go to the gym and stuff?
Yeah, it would just need to be like a different, like if you had to do a different form of fitness. There's a good question. Like to kind of go off from that. Same thing-ish. What would you do? Would it be like running? Would it be high rocks? Would it be powerlifting? Would it be? What would you choose? If
I
it
would
was
say I would say powerlifting, but I don't want to have to do bench. But then that's kind of ruled out. Maybe weightlifting. I think because there's a lot of skill based, or that is very
Yeah, yeah.
skill based. So that'd be good to kind of learn. It'd be a good progression.
I think strongman would be cool. Like the atmosphere and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I would stay away from any form of like, I don't know, long distance shit or like more time. I'm not into high rocks or running and like that. It would be powerlifting probably. I started out technically powerlifting, like power building, so I just go back to just doing squat, bench, and deadlift.
Yeah.
There's Chrissy and all the boys that no one knows, and like I like them, so I'd powerlift instead. Still train.
Noah?
I mean, I've genuinely got nothing. I can't imagine. Like, I only played football. Actually, I used to do gymnastics. That's probably the closest thing I'd go back to.
I can't imagine you doing like mad perfect flips and pointing your toes and hitting crazy shit.
I can.
That's why I was a goalkeeper, mate.
Yeah.
I can imagine that. That would be good.
Yeah.
I used to love gymnastics at school.
I used to do it when I was younger as well.
Yeah.
Used to do a bit of trampolining. I got into a trampolining phase. I
Yeah.
used to like watch it on YouTube and shit, and we like guys that do parkour and trampolining, and then there was scootering and shit as well. I'm like, no, I go through like a wee hyperfixation for like a month or two. I used to do that all the time.
Right, should we wrap it up there? Because that's an hour, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I've also got. I've just screenshotted my questions. So if you asked one,
I've also,
and we haven't got back to it, then we will get back to them.
I've still got a good like 10 questions to go through, so I've got plenty for next time as well.
Q&As, they are good because there are silly ones, and then there's also some that do give some value. So hopefully we've got some value there as well. And a few of the questions that I've got for next time are like actually asking about things like rest periods between sets and stuff.
Yeah, I've got some post-show ones and like electrolyte balance, sodium, potassium, and shit like that. So we can go into some more in-depth ones there.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Good.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for tuning in once again. Hopefully you've enjoyed the Q&A episodes. I think we'll try and still mix in a bit of education here and there, but just do question boxes whenever. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe if you're on YouTube, notifications as well. Spotify, follow, 5-star ratings, and as always, please do share in the stories, tag us so that we can see it as well. But that's everything. Have a good one, and we'll see you in the next episodes. See ya.